Having long hair is something that I've wanted since I was very young. I would always look at my friends who had their long hair and just be so jealous of them because I just wanted that long mermaid hair. You know, you want it to cover up the nipples just like Ariel or something. I have pretty fine to medium hair thickness, so it was a little bit more challenging growing out my hair because it was easier to damage and break. So if you guys have that style of hair, listen up. So if y'all want to see how I grew out my hair long, then please keep watching. So the first thing we're going to talk about is your hair health, and believe it or not, you are what you eat, and that goes for your hair. So I highly recommend you take a really good look at what you're eating because that is going to affect the health of your hair, the health of your skin, but today we're focusing on hair. So a couple of the major nutrients that you guys should be incorporating into your diet are biotin, vitamin E, omega-3s, and water, H2O. So my favorite food sources you can get these are avocados and almonds. Get your omega-3s with fish. Man, I drink so much water. So much water. All right, next let's talk about biotin. I think there is a chance that biotin could aid in growing out your hair, but I think it's not worth the hype. If it is something that you want to start incorporating into your diet, I would suggest not taking a pill. If I have an option to eat my vitamins versus taking a pill, I will do that because it's a more pure and nutrient dense form. The way I get my biotin is usually just through eggs. I love me some eggs. I can't stress it enough that you are what you eat. Take a good look at your diet and your eating habits to see if you can make any adjustments that would benefit your beauty. So if you guys want to grow out your hair, you have to start doing this, and that is stimulating your hair follicles. Now that sounds very sexual, but you can do that with these. Okay, and this is called a hair thingy, a hair claw. To use it, you just kind of massage your head. Basically what this is going to do is just going to shake up the skin cells, and in a nutshell, it's going to wake them up and it's going to get them to grow faster, essentially. Whisk it up, whisk it up, whisk it up. All right, if you don't want to purchase a hair claw thingy, then you can just take your fingers and give yourself a massage. Or you can call your boyfriend or your honey and just ask them to give you a massage for you. Okay, going along with stimulating your hair follicles, let's talk about brushing and how you brush your hair. First of all, I hope that you guys are brushing your hair from the ends up, because if you're brushing from the top down, you are going to get a ton of breakage and a ton of flyaways. Down, tip down, from the tip up, from the tip to the base. You guys need to start brushing your hair like you are Ariel from The Little Mermaid. Another tip with brushing to stimulate those hair follicles: brush in a different direction than you normally do. Brushing up, brushing to the back, brushing forward, having your hair down, brush all over the place. Stimulate those hair follicles. On to tip number 4, and that is keeping your hair moist. Some of my friends hate the word moist, so moist, 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 moist. So some of my favorite products to moisturize my hair are this. It's a 10. It's a 10 is my absolute favorite because it's a 10. This is the Miracle Leave-In Plus Keratin. Your hair is silky smooth after using it, and I'm really a fan of this keratin one. This might be my favorite because it just, smooths it out too. Next up, I want to talk about hair masks. So my absolute favorite one is the It's a 10 product, and that is the It's a 10 Potion 10 Miracle Repair Hair Mask. Long thing, so this is a little bit pricier. It was about like $35 to $40 for me, but I love it. It lasts me 4 or 5 months so far now. It was a while ago when I bought this. Use this for like 10 minutes in the shower, and your hair is going to be so silky smooth at the bottom. You're going to be like, oh! If you don't have enough money right now to afford but it's a 10 mask or just a nice hair mask, then I recommend getting some coconut oil. This is about like $5 to $6. Just put this on the ends of your hair. Don't put it on the scalp. Your hair is going to be way too oily. For any hair mask and conditioner, always put it like I usually put it from like the bottom of the ears down. So make sure about once to twice a week you guys are applying a hair mask. All right, and last but not least, for moisturization, I put a hair oil on. My favorite one is the Moroccan oil. I love this. It's not too thick at all. It doesn't leave a big residue. I can put this on my hair when it's dry or wet, which is super big for me. So another option that's a little bit more budget friendly is the Garnier Fructis Marvelous Oil Hair Elixir. I love this stuff. It is not greasy, it doesn't leave a buildup at all, and it's not so thick, and that's why I love it. Plus it smells really, really good. Start using a hair oil. Let's talk about how often you wash your hair. The pH levels and the oil levels of your hair are really going to affect how your hair grows. So if you're washing your hair every single day, that's really going to affect the dryness of your hair and how often it produces and overproduces oil. So I usually like to wash my hair every other day, and in between I use a dry shampoo, and Batiste is my favorite. I actually picked this up at TJ Maxx. It's a better deal there. Love it. I know some people wash their hair every 2 days or so, or even more than that, but I do every other day just because I know my hair. That's just me. You guys can see what your hair is like and do what's best for you, but don't wash it every day. Really try to avoid that because you want to help it get some natural oils in there to keep it nice and healthy. Okay, something you might not think is related to growing out your hair is how you sleep. How do you sleep with your hair? How's your hair when you sleep? So hairstyles that are very tight and restricting, like a ponytail or pigtails or whatever, are actually going to cause a lot of damage and breakage to your hair because it's so tight, and when you do move your head and when you sleep, your hair is going to adjust and break away if need be. So to combat that, I usually wear my hair in a braid at night. And for the past couple of years, I've been doing that, and I noticed that caused less breakage in my hair, especially since I have finer-ish hair. It was more prone to breakage, but wearing it in a braid stopped that actually. So when you go to bed, I highly recommend you wearing your hair in a braid. and get a cute scrunchie if you want. Another thing I need to note is even sleeping with your hair down and loose could cause breakage in your hair. Why? Because if you are a tosser and turner like me, your hair is going to bundle up and get knotty and snarly, and you're gonna have to brush it out really well again in the morning, which again could cause breakage and damage to your hair. So really try to put your hair in something loose like a braid. Okay, Karina, let's just cut to the point. How often do you cut your hair? Oh, this is a big one. When I first started growing out my hair, I didn't cut it for maybe like 3 to 4 months because I just really wanted to get that length, even though I had some split ends that needed to be snipped. I just really wanted to get that length going so that when I did get a haircut, it wasn't as much. I still had some of that length left over. I was okay with that because I still moisturized my hair a bunch, so I didn't have as many split ends. It wasn't that necessary to get a haircut. So that's what I did to get a little bit of length on my side. And when you do get it cut, I would recommend, unless you need it, of course, like getting only 1 inch to 1.5 inches off. Nothing more than that, because you really want to work on getting that length going, so you can't cut the length if you want it to keep growing. Alright guys, so that concludes this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. Tag me in any of your ways that you grow out your hair. I'd love to see them in any of my social media listed at the end of this video and in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace.